Hey guys, this is Booligan with Airsoft Retreat, BooliganAirsoft.com and Airsoft Insider Magazine. Today, we've got this awesome looking futuristic space gun in the form of the Elite Force licensed IWI Tavor TAR-21. But that's not what we're looking at. I'm just a filthy tease, and just want to give you guys a little hint of things that are going to come on the channel. Today what we are looking at is this optic. Now this optic is from G&G. It is a replica of the Elcan Spectre DR. It is full metal, it weighs a lot, and it is pretty expensive. But let's take a look at it and let's see if it might be the right optic for you. First off, it is the variable zoom version. I know there was an earlier version of this optic that was fixed 4x magnification. This has an adjuster to go from 1 to flip up to 4x magnification. Now, a few notes on the different magnification settings. The 1x magnification is not a true 1x magnification. It's like 1.2 times magnification. There's just enough magnification that when you're looking through it, if you have both eyes open, you do have some slight visual difference between what your left eye or your non-dominant eye is seeing and what your dominant eye is seeing through the optic. It's not a huge issue, it's not something that ruins the optic or ruins your field of view, but it can be a little disorienting at first while you're getting used to it. There is no, you can't switch it to 2 or 3 times magnification either. It is either 1, and then when you flip it to 4, an actual lens inside flips into the field of view, making it 4 times magnification. Now, at 4 times magnification, the image is very clear. I don't have any way of telling if it's actually 4 times magnification or not, but it works very well at most ranges that you are going to encounter in airsoft. You have a good field of view with it. It's a good size aperture. You have a good eye relief. You don't have to be right on top of it. About right here where I sit, so let's call it 3.5, 4 inches of eye relief, which is great for an optic of this type. And the nice part is that it doesn't appear that your point of aim shifts when you switch it between 1 and 4. Now, it is an illuminated optic. Right here on this dial, you can adjust it to either illuminated green or red and to go through a few different illumination settings. At maximum illumination, you do have a little bit of bleed around the edges. It's just too bright on both the red and the green. Again, not something that's going to affect the way that you use it, but it just throws out a lot of light in there and does tend to cause a little bit of a ring effect around the edge of the optic. It is adjustable for elevation using this dial right here, and for windage using this dial right here. It has 2 quick detach throws which are non-adjustable. So if it doesn't fit well on your rail, you're going to have to shimmy your rail somehow by putting a spacer. I use Velcro frequently on the bottom of the optic to close that gap. I would have liked to see these be adjustable for height for different rail settings because God knows airsoft's not particularly consistent, but it seems to work pretty well on most airsoft guns that I've thrown it on. There's just been some play on certain optics. Now you also have iron sight, very rudimentary iron sights on top. You can rotate them or put them on different positions as well if you so desire. So overall, for an optic, for airsoft use, the thing works really well. I mean, airsoft optics are generally unnecessary. And I'm probably going to be unpopular for having that opinion, but it's kind of the facts the way that I see them. It's useful to have an optic to track your BBs or to use it for spotting, but in actuality, you're never going to really hit point of aim. You're never really going to be able to zero your airsoft gun, especially if it's an AEG, to fit within the spec of most scopes. So this thing works fine for that. They say not to put it on a real firearm. I don't doubt that. It seems to be pretty robust. I mean, the lenses and everything seem to be very well made, but I just don't know how this would handle the recoil of a real firearm. We may throw it on my Bullpup AK because it looks really cool with it on there, and maybe take it to the range, put a few shots through it, see if it messes up at 0, but I would not advise it. It is not designed for that, and you're going to blow out whatever warranty you may have on it by doing so. Otherwise, for the price, these guys are about, last time I saw them for sale, were about $170. and I've seen them as high as $200. That's getting into real optic territory as far as price-wise. Certainly not real Spectre DR territory. These are, $2,000 optics for the real ones for real firearm use. However, the price is just a little high, especially considering the few little quibbles that I've had with it. The non-adjustable QD throw levers, the light bleed with the illumination, the fact that this is like a string attaching these two things together instead of being like a steel cable, just little things like that. But overall, I mean, the thing looks great. It fits great on this gun. It fits great on most guns that I put it on. It looks really, really cool. And considering airsoft is 90% looking cool, I mean, it's good for that. Many thanks to G&G for popping this over for us to check out and review. And then be sure to check the channel for the full review. We still have the GSS review that's in the works, putting the final touches on that. And we'll have that published shortly. And many thanks to them for sending it over and for continuing to support our review program. Be sure to check out all of my reviews on Booligan Airsoft and Airsoft Retreat. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.